Hi there, it's EnderVerse. Today we are back with another monthly wrap-up. This time we'll be going over new, updated, and even underrated mods. So keep watching to discover what's ahead. Inspired by the ever-loving Terraria game, Calamity MC is a mod that tries to introduce a bunch of items, mobs, and bosses from the set game. The mod is still in its early stages, and a lot more is expected to come. Calamity MC is also available in the form of a data pack, in which you can run it without relying on any mod loaders. I've never played the game Terraria before, but based on my showcasing of this mod, I think the author did a pretty solid job at reintroducing the bosses from a flat 2D game such as Terraria into a 3-dimensional game such as Minecraft. Although I've never played Terraria before, I did, however, watch Shrek as a kid. The mod simply named Shrek will introduce the fat, green ogre into Minecraft. This monster will be nestling in his swampy house. First thing, I love the amount of details in both Shrek's yard and Shrek himself. This ogre is not hostile by nature, which is accurate to the original show. Though, keep in mind, he will sucker punch you if you initiate an attack. This sucker punch deals a great amount of damage, and 2 of them will be enough to send you back to your spawn point. I love the mod so much, and I feel that there is a lot of room for improvement and refinement, so I'll be on the lookout if any update was to be released. Nordic Adventure is a Viking Age mod. The idea behind this mod was to include few, well-made ancient Scandinavian houses, villages, and even ships. With the mod are even some new unique characters like Ragnars and Bjorn from the Vikings show. This is a great mod for players who enjoy the medieval style of building, and would pose a great challenge too, since these places are dense with pillagers, vindicators, illusioners, and even legendary Vikings. A small but effective vanilla plus mod in the list is inventory tabs. This mod makes it so that once you enter your house, every chest, furnace, or any functional interface will be visible in your GUI. This small feature can eliminate a lot of friction and will make the game feel less tedious and formal. Just a Slingshot adds this fun little weapon you could use to shoot a number of projectiles, few of which can be devastatingly destructive and quite freeing at times. The negative thing about this new weapon is that the damage done by the projectiles can sometimes be negligible. On top of that, you'll need to occupy both your main and offhand, which is a bit impractical considering certain situations. Reeves Furniture is a convenient decorative mod. Recently though, it received a major update, adding few beach-related things like a swim ring, plastic tables and chairs, a grill, and plenty more. The mod also includes a bunch of internal as well as external furniture, allowing for immense creativity, and which will definitely help you push the nudge when it comes to architecture. Time Changer makes it possible to manipulate time on any server. I would personally use the mod to take some fun screenshots and whatnot, but I'll make it clear from now, changing client's time is probably prohibited in public servers, since it may allow you an advantage when the time on the server is set to night. You'll just be able to increase visibility by setting it to daytime instead. Abandoned Urban is a Forge mod, adding a few stranded buildings in Minecraft. These structures resemble once populated and active places. I love this mod in that it supports spontaneity in Minecraft, as you'll be coming across things like destroyed cities, planes crashes, and more. I do apologize for mentioning a mod as popular as Conquest Reforged, but it was recently updated to open 20.1 Fabric. This update, I believe, will help plenty of creative builders, as it will allow over 12,000 blocks to take place in whatever you are building. Not to mention, you'll also enjoy an enhanced 32 resolution with a wide collection of animated, connected, and custom textures. I hope that inclusion of this mod in my monthly wrap-up was useful and not disruptive. Let me know in the comments what you think, my friend. Better Trees is a mod that will make your eyes widen when seeing the new shapes, length, and width of the bird trees. The author here, I reckon, didn't aim to force a new style of word generation in Minecraft. Instead, he added what he believes, and I believe too, honestly, a better version of the vanilla trees. The final outcome was a coherent vanilla plus terrain where the authors improved trees work collaboratively with the Minecraft base wall generation to forge an incredibly beautiful view. Most tree types are covered, and the author recommends using something like fallen trees data pack to ease the process of filling big trees within the mod. Dungeon now loading 1% will provide a thrilling underground adventure, as you will be roaming around the labyrinth. This new dungeon is densely filled with enemies, dynamites, and deadly traps. The labyrinth has several floors you have to go through before reaching the very bottom. This floor is where you'll find the Chaos Spawner, a boss concealed in a cage. To unlock this cage, you'll have to mine all of the corners. Following that, you can shift and right-click the boss with the Skull of Chaos to awaken it. The battle with this boss is quite dangerous, since he can push you away and into your ditch, as you will most likely fall in the spiky traps beneath. This mod is quite expensive, having more structures and containing a lot of items and blocks. For the sake of curiosity, I'll let you, my friend, discover the rest of the mod for yourself. Chai's early game Overhaul will introduce a new progression system to Minecraft. This mod only added a few new crafting recipes, along with the chance of coal to spawn in the form of an item you can pick up by right-clicking. From the look of it, it seems that the author will be adding a lot more crafting recipes, and will even expand the progression to go all the way to the end, but these are only my anticipations. Luki's grand capitals will radically change and improve villages in Minecraft. This mod is far from vanilla friendly, since it adds structures and buildings that have nothing to do with the original villages we are used to. With the mod are also new pillager outposts. Those, however, will be a bit more accurate to their original counterpart. Although the structures here can be absurd and highly detailed, this in of itself can be a perk, not a curse, if you are into big cities like me. Elemental Wizards is a part of a long and exciting RPG series. Without getting too much into the details of this series, this mod is quite progressive, as it adds new spells and armors that have to do with water. Due to its dependence on the Wizards mods, you'll have to enchant and obtain the spellbooks through a spellbinding table. The models and animations for the attacks are very impressive, and I think these spells will be best used against infernal creatures such as the ghasts and especially the blazes. But if advanced enough, these spells can demolish even the overworld creatures. Colourful Llamas is not new, nor was it updated around April, but I just came across it this month, and I felt the urge to share it with you guys. The mod basically allows you to saddle up a llama and ride it, which further expands your transportation options. You can even personalize your llama by dyeing them with a specific color, which is too pretty awesome. Better Trial Chambers is a newly published mod that enhances the upcoming Minecraft Trial Chambers. The mod added the basic and anticipated features from the structure, which are the copper-built entrances, the breeze mob, and the traps associated with the chamber, along with including new features like the copper golem, tough golem, new weapons like the wind wand, which pushes enemies away, and the copper hammer, which is a strong weapon with a damage equivalent to that of a netherite sword. My favorite part about the mod has to be the final boss, which is the copper giant. The boss in of itself isn't that dangerous, though what makes it difficult to deal with is the surface below you. One hit from the giant and you will find yourself swallowing lava. So I would recommend bringing a potion of slow falling to mitigate this advantage. The mod's concept is good and is timely delivered, as the new 1.21 update is right around the corner. Similar to Abundant Urban mod, this mod will add some leftover structures. What makes this mod unique is that it offers a different style of building, which is a bit medieval and not modernistic like the said Abundant Urban. Though I have to warn you, these locations are extremely rare and can be tens of thousands of blocks away, so prepare for a very long trek if you want to find one. Your rest now is self-explanatory. This mod will make it so that zombies no longer disrupt your ability to fall asleep. As long as the said mobs are outside and not with you in the bedroom, you'll crash just fine. This is a life-saving mod, especially for beginners, since it can be obnoxious having to kill all the mobs before sleeping. Nebulus Cherry Blossom Tree is a gorgeous wall-gen mod, allowing for such a massive and extensive trees to spawn in your cherry grove biomes. These trees are not just incredibly scenic, but also very useful, allowing you to set up a tree house easily, as it is very tall and has big branches coming out of it. Behind me is the new boss provided by the Mokels Bossfight mod. This lady monster is named Saphyra, and her only objective is to destroy you. Her attacks are quite diversified. Sometimes she will slash you with her lightning head, and other times she will rain down magic projectiles from the sky using her wand. Once you take down Saphyra, she will drop a bunch of rewarding items, along with her wand. Not so strong, but can be an effective ranged weapon. Thanks for watching. If you want a certain mod or your own mod to be mentioned in this series of videos, I would recommend commenting this mod down below. Subscribing will also keep you up to date with every episode and special modding videos I'll be making. See ya in the next one, my friend.